Hi, everyone. Dan Eisner here from ZLC Employee Benefit Solutions, working hard to find better ways for employee benefits by partnering with finance and HR leaders and leveraging my 20 years of experience as an employee benefits advisor and my skills as the only chartered professional accountant working in this role in the local market. So thanks for joining me today on a two-part series related to initial thoughts on national dental care. This is the second of two podcasts on this topic. So on March 22nd of this year, the federal government announced a program to provide dental care for low-income Canadians. So the question I've been hearing from my clients is whether they should amend or even terminate the dental plan they provide their employees in light of this announcement. If you haven't yet, be sure to watch the first video in this series by clicking the link in the description below, where we discuss the following questions. Should you change or eliminate your current dental plan? Should the federal plan be the first or second payer? Should plan sponsors change their plans to provide top-up coverage only? So in today's video, I'll answer three more questions that we developed for plan sponsors to consider. So should employees be allowed to opt out of company-provided dental plans? Should plan sponsors change the premium rate structure by establishing couple and family rates? Should plan sponsors transition their dental plans to spending accounts? So I'm going to give you my thoughts, but I'm really interested to know what you think as well. Are you still wondering if you should amend or terminate your dental plan, or have you reconsidered? So share your thoughts in the comment section. Also, if you like what you hear and want to learn more, be sure to like, follow, and hit that subscribe button to be notified of other podcasts to come. Okay, let's get started. So as a refresh, further to an agreement reached by the federal, Liberal, and NDP parties, the federal NDP effectively agreed to support Trudeau in any non-confidence votes in exchange for Liberal support on a national dental care plan for all Canadians. This program aims to provide dental coverage for low-income Canadians starting in 2022 with children under 12 years of age whose families meet the income threshold, and expanding to under 18-year-olds, seniors, and persons living with disabilities in 2023, and then being fully implemented by 2025. So the program, as currently proposed, would be restricted to families with an income of less than $90,000 annually, with no co-pays for anyone under $70,000 in annual income. So this has raised a lot of questions for plan sponsors that currently provide employees with dental care plans in terms of how those plans might be impacted. Okay, there are a lot of details yet to be confirmed, and while we wait, here's that second set of three thoughts for plan sponsors who currently provide dental coverage. So first question we're going to cover today, should employees be allowed to opt out of company-provided dental plans? So in much the same way that we currently allow employees to opt out of health and dental if they have other coverage, i.e. through a spouse's plan, will insurers allow this if the employee is eligible under the federal program? So this might be advantageous for a lot of employees when there's significant cost sharing on the company-provided dental plan. This kind of opt-out strategy has the potential to save both employer and employee dollars, where employees share the costs, but still ensure employees and their dependents that don't qualify for the federal program have access to dental coverage. If an employee opted out of the employer plan, and then they could consider using those savings, through those premiums to provide some form of additional compensation or coverage to that employee by way of a spending account. So we'll talk more about that in a second. So next question, should plan sponsors change the premium rate structure by establishing couple or family rates? So you're wondering, how would that work? So if the intent of this initial rollout is that the federal program is going to focus on young Canadians under the age of 12 and then under 18, might there be an opportunity to remove dependent coverage from the company-provided dental plans? Currently, the most common practice is to have a two-rate structure with rates for only single and family, and the family coverage includes couples with no dependents. So this strategy is already available to plan sponsors and often is used to, more fairly apply cost sharing for employees with and without children. By setting up couple rates, an employee could maintain coverage for themselves and their spouse partner, but remove coverage for dependent children who might be eligible under the federal program. Now, while the savings might be available to the strategy, there's undoubtedly going to be additional administration to ensure proper coverage based on life changes. So if your income levels change, if your spousal coverage changes, things like that. And there's going to be risk around potential liability for any administrative mistakes. So the last big thought is, might plan sponsors transition their dental plans altogether and just move to spending accounts? So given that employees are already looking for more choice and flexibility in their benefit plans, one of the strategies that many employers are already looking at and implementing over the last couple of years has been providing spending accounts. So the savings from eliminating a dental plan could be used to fund spending accounts. So it might be possible to simply remove the dental coverage altogether and instead provide a comparable level of financial support and coverage through a healthcare spending account, a lifestyle wellness account, or a combination of both. Employees would then defer to the federal program first, and any expenses not covered or additional charges, they can run through the spending accounts. So they'd theoretically be motivated to take full advantage of the federal plan to save those scarce spending account dollars, and then working with their dentist to maximize the value. So again, just some thoughts on this proposed program, but we don't recommend anybody making any major changes until the federal program is fully confirmed and all details are provided. But we did want to give you some initial thoughts and considerations about how this is going to work and how you might want to proceed. Okay, you're going to be in a holding pattern until we get all those full details. Now, the other thing I've got to mention is at the end of the day, somebody's got to pay for all this in this new government program. And that may be by way of higher corporate taxation, so if the company is going to pay ultimately through higher corporate taxes, it may need to be, more motivated to eliminate dental coverage to offset those other costs. And lastly, the Canadian Life and Health Insurance Agency, our governing body, they really need to review this new federal program and develop integration guidelines, meaning that all Canadian insurers will need to adapt their systems accordingly. So we agree that taking advantage of federal programs could help contain current plan costs and mitigate future plan inflation. But we also have to remember that employees continue to play a critical role in businesses, and these benefit plans play a critical role in attracting, retaining, and engaging those key employees. So those dental benefits are going to need to be competitive overall. Okay, while opportunities may exist to coordinate with a new federal program, plan sponsors also need to gauge how their competitors are reacting and how employees might perceive any changes. So that's the last of my thoughts and perspectives on the coming National Dental Care Plan. But again, I want to hear what you have to think and what you have to say. So are you a plan sponsor right now, wondering if you should amend or terminate your current dental plan or change the framework? Did you find this podcast helpful? Please leave your comments in the comments section below. Also, let me know if there are other current topics that you'd like to see me cover in future podcasts. So thanks for joining me today. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel for a notification on the next video podcast. Thanks, everybody.